That's water, guys. That's not anything other than water. Sitting out here trying to play ball with my dog. See, gotta check it. Um, he's being kind of wishy-washy about it. Penny here. Wait, I messed up. Hello, I'm back. Penny here, wearing the Tudor BB58. See that in some natural light. Let's see. You know what it looks like, but it's good. It looks really good in the light. Yeah, and today I wanted to talk about this watch because I have it on, and I want to know, can you outgrow something like the BB58? I said that you can definitely have this and a sub in the same collection because they are actually different enough. You've got the gilt dial, you've got the smaller case size, smaller bracelet size. Ooh, look at that. It's dirty from playing with the dog. Tudor, clasp. And so my topic today is really just, do you get to a point where you really do grow out of this if you continue to go up in price? A lot of people have this is an excellent watch, and this is the pinnacle, this is their goal watch, this is what they were striving for. So in that case, I would say, yeah, maybe you don't. But if you have other brands or you have other price points, will you look back on this if you already own a BB58 or you're thinking about something from Tudor? Do you get to a point where it kind of levels off and you think, well, I've kind of left that price point behind? I don't think it has to be that way. I think there's a lot of collectors that have a range of watches in the complete, lower end, let's say the sub 500 or the sub 2000 category, and you can have those and have it mixed in with higher end watches. I think when you get to the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 mark, that's sort of its own category. And if you're going above that into the next grouping, let's say 5 to 10 or 10 to 15 or higher, what do you do about that? Can you still have value and appreciation for this particular watch at this price point? I don't know. It's an open question. I said in my video comparing this to the sub that you can have them both. You can appreciate them both. I certainly like them both. I think the thing that I'm finding is that I almost like this more than my sub, to be honest, because the size is so perfect and I like the pizzazz, the gilt. But because the sub is what it is, I honestly feel a little guilty that I'm not wearing it as much. I do appreciate it, but I wouldn't say I don't have as strong attachments to it, but I would say I'm not wearing it quite as much right now. Like if I had a choice, today I had a choice, which one am I going to put on? I put this on, partly because I know it's going to be out here with the dogs, just getting them exercise and stuff. But also there's things that I really uniquely like about this. This is all to say, guys, that your girl has made some changes in the collection yet again. Oh my gosh, it's only been 3 months of 2021. I can't handle it. Put me in a timeout. There's some things happening. More on that soon, very, very soon. Some good news, some really kind of unpredictable news. And it makes me think about selling some watches, though I don't like to sell. And there's really nothing that I'm going to do sell except for the IWC, which is sold. Packing that up today. And the BB58. So I'm kind of hanging on to this because I like what it offers, but it is redundant in my collection in that it's a diver. Check, already have that. It's pretty basic. Even if I wanted a smaller case size, I have the Explorer 2, so that's similar case size. But I for some reason am pretty attached to this, even though arguably it's very redundant and unnecessary, and getting rid of it would free up wrist time for similar watches. Like the Speedmaster, though it's not a diver, it's to me has a vintagey feel, and it's a black dial watch, or the sub, which is sort of direct, I don't want to say descendant, but relative of this type of watch. So I think the argument for keeping it is that there's not a really good price, a good return on value right now if you're trying to sell a Black Bay anything, whether it's a blue 58 or this 58. There's no good return on price. B, so you're not getting very much, you know, in terms of offer. I think I'm getting like 2,500 or 2,700 offers, and that's an insult, guys. That's like disrespectful, because this watch is worth more than that, you know, and they're gonna sell it for 4,000, 4,200, 4,300. So why take such a hit on it if, you know, just to sell it? I feel like that's kind of the reason, is that I like it and you can't really get much for it, you know, relative to what it's worth. So so I think I'm probably not going to sell it. But I guess the question was that can you outgrow this? If you have this and you start to go up, do you outgrow watches in your collection? And if so, what does that mean to you? Like, how do you outgrow them? Do you outgrow them because you get more expensive models that are like that one? Or do you outgrow them because your tastes change? Like, what does outgrowing a watch mean? I definitely have not outgrown this, despite the fact that I have an ever kind of rising tide in terms of prices. I think that this is still super charming. And so for now, it stays. Let me know what you think. Have you outgrown any of your watches? What did that look like for you? What did that feel like? Was it a code and calculated decision of like, hey, I need to free up funds, this has got to go? Would you take such a loss on this? I bought this slightly over retail, actually, in person it was new at a gray owned place. It was such a great experience, a good story related to this watch, actually. But yeah, we were on vacation and we have a pretty good story about getting this watch. And so it really kind of smarts to think about taking such a big loss. I think a lot of people are also waiting till April to see what Rolex and Tudor do. I don't think whatever Tudor does will affect this that much. I don't think anything they do is going to make it go up. Hey, boy. But I don't know. What do you think? Could they do something that cuts it even more and makes it sort of fall more in price? Possibly. I think at a certain point these fall and then they start to level off again and maybe kind of curve up over time. But wow, look at that. Really do like it, but it's going to be competing with, I think, some heavy hitters now in the collection. And I kind of feel like, you know, I need to wear the watches that are those heavy hitters simply because they cost so much. You know, there's so much that you put into it. All right. Peace.